Have you ever heard of Richter-Rauzer or traditional line setup in the Sicilian? I know it's rare. It's an interesting way to play Sicilian as black, but let me show you a simple setup that can help you to understand what to do in the Sicilian. It will be quite easy. I'm Dr. ChessRob. Again, welcome to my chess clinic. So, e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4 takes, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3. So far, we talked about the introduction. We talked about the knight door, which was after the move a6 to prevent any bishop b5 check, knight b5 stuff, and then usually play 5. We talked about the g6, which is the dragon. But black will play the move knight c6. The real Richter-Rauzer variation starts with the move bishop g5, but I'm going to introduce you another interesting setup, which will lead us to the traditional line. But first, let's understand what black wants to do and what are the mistakes that we need to try to avoid. First of all, this idea of playing knight c6 is very flexible, just a regular development to attack the center, defend some squares, and so on. But it's flexible because black can go with a6 then. They can push e6. The a6 will lead to some Najdorf. e6 will lead to the Scheveningen position, about which we will talk later. e5 can be, maybe the Sveshnikov variation, but usually leads to the Najdorf as well. And of course, he can play the move g6 too, which will be a dragon variation. But let's understand the common mistake that a lot of players, as I do. I checked the Lichess database and saw that so many players go for the move bishop b5. Of course, it's very tempting to attack the knight, to pin it, to try to capture, and of course, win a grand prize, the rook. If black plays anything like this, just takes, win a free rook. Who doesn't dream about it? Just get the rook, 3 pieces, plus 3 points at least, and winning the game quite easy. But the problem is that after bishop d7, it's hard to understand what to do with the bishop on b5. Lots of players go for bishop captures c6 or knight takes, and then they go for this position. I don't see that black has any issues here, especially in the position after bishop takes c6, pawn takes c6, because now black has too many pawns in the center. After short castle, they'll just play e5, and then bishop e7, do short castle, try to move d5. Our advantage, at least the first move advantage playing as white, is completely gone. So avoid it. Don't do it. As I said, there is a move bishop g5, but another interesting move is f3. We are trying to do the diamond setup. Diamond is good. So f3. If black plays e6, we do bishop e3. This will lead to the Scheveningen, and we will talk about it in the next series. Bishop e7. We will do queen d2. Later do long castle, g4 h4, g5 h5. Push the pawns. Just remember that if black plays the move d5, only now bishop b5 can be strong because the game will be opened. Then develop as fast as possible. Try to do the punches from the left and right. Do short castle or queen d2 long castle. Like this, takes, queen d2, short or long castle. White's position is a bit better because we have good development. This pawn is pretty weak. Before d5, don't play bishop b5. If black plays g6, this will lead to the dragon. Bishop e3, queen d2, and now we remember that d5 is one of the most common strategical threats from black, so we will play bishop c4 to not allow that, and then do long castle, push up the pawns, do the pawn storm, exchange the dark squared bishop, open the h-file, and checkmate. If they play a6, bishop e3, we will get the Najdorf. And with the move, a knight c6 is not the best Najdorf for black. We will see why in a bit. So immediate d5 is not that good too. Again, bishop b5, we're going to try to get the knight. And the main difference is that after bishop d7, we can win this pawn now. Knight takes d4, bishop d7. With the check, queen d4, white's position is just winning. We're up a pawn, better development, great pawn chain. Our king will just get out of the center in one move. So it's a dream, not a position. After f3, black can play e5. We retreat to b3. We will see later when we play the move knight b5. It's too late to play this move because after a6, knight a3, we will not get to the Sveshnikov variation. There is a big difference. So after e5, just knight b3, and we will do the diamond setup without the knight, which is bishop e3. You saw this in the Najdorf videos. And queen d2 after bishop e6, long castle. What to not do as white? Playing passive. I saw that some students started to do king b1, g3, h3, a3, bishop e2. Never do it. Start with the pawn storm after long castle. So after a6, we're gonna do g4 and then immediate g5, or you can do the move knight d5 because the knight on c6 is not in a good place. Takes, where we're gonna attack the knight. But just prophylactic king b1. In some positions, our knight can try to go to a5, c6. But in general, it's like g5, knight d7, h4, push the pawns. This knight can get to the c6 square because the queen defends it. The position is very interesting for white. There are some crazy lines that the stockfish will say immediate a5, but it's going to be rare. It's going to happen on a high level after a4, knight b4, g4, d5. Just look at this. It's hard for me to memorize all the lines. g5, knight takes e4, f takes, and sudden d4. Just punches right after another. Like, I'm trying to do the uppercut. My opponent is trying to do the liver shot, something like that. It's hard even to describe what's going on the board. So queen g2. Bishop b3, c takes b3. There is a pin. Black can't capture the bishop or the knight yet. Queen c7, bishop c4, trying to close the c file. Takes, and instead of playing knight c6, which is the most normal human move, but after h4, h5, white's position is better because the bishops are insanely strong. Our king is a bit exposed, but that's not very important. This bishop is just a literal monster. Immediate g6 takes, and bishop, queen g6 is strong too. Then rook g1, bishop h6, just trying to checkmate because there is a pin. I need to catch my breath. So it's really hard to talk this fast. And after b takes c3, it's going to be even crazier. Pawn b5. Yeah. My head spins. What can I say? A takes b5, a4. C takes b4, a takes b3. Queen e2. The engine says zeros. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't know. So I don't know. Just like we're emotional now. The position is insane. If you're trying to research some stuff, this is a great position for you to do that. But in practical game, you're not gonna use 3% of the information that I just gave you in this variation. Just learn what to do against a6. Push up your pawns, do the pawn storm, use the d5 square because his knight is on c6 is gonna use some time in order to retreat, and our plan will not change. What I would recommend you to remember. So, do not play early bishop b5. Common mistake. Especially then a lot of players capture on c6, strengthening black's position in the center, or take with the bishop on c6 takes. Don't do this. The next thing that we need to try to do, play active. Don't do scared short castle, f3, that stuff. Do long castle and do pawn storm. That's the second thing, number 2. And try to use the d5 square because lots of times black will play the move e5, and this one can become an outpost. In some positions, the pawn on d6 is going to be quite weak. Do your pawn storm all the time, do the diamond formation, do long castle. So, and this is it. A Richter-Rauzer is rare, but it's very interesting, and we finally made it. So again, stay healthy, keep playing chess. Don't talk too much like me. I was very emotional there, but if you can get those emotions in your games, I'm gonna be very happy. So I'm ChessRob, Dr. ChessRob, and see you at my clinic in the future videos. Have a great day. Bye.